Hello everyone, welcome back to the Strawberryloli channel. I have a little box of brand new makeup that was kindly sent over to me by yesstyle. So all of these products that I'm going to be trying out today, just for full disclosure, they were sent to me in PR. All of these are Korean beauty brands, some of which I have tried out before, some of which are new to me. The theme of this PR set is a sweet makeup look, which is very timely considering that Valentine's Day is coming up very soon. So let's just dive right in. First we have the new Espoir Real Eyeshadow Palette, all new, in the colorway Rosy BB. I think this is the updated version of their original Real Eye palette, which has a slightly different design and layout from this one. But speaking of design, I do really love the whole layout and packaging of this eyeshadow palette. The plastic is very thick, and I like how the lid actually angles up at a slight incline, which makes it very easy to open. So we're going to go ahead and recreate what I have on my left eye onto my right. I'm starting off with the Kaleidos Tone Activator Primer. I'm taking this light pink shade on the top here first. It's called Ballet, and just sweeping that all over the lid. And I'm just using that to brighten up the inner corner as well as the tear bag area. This matte formulation, the texture is so smooth and it has such an effective blurring technique. It looks like one of those makeup filters when you put it on your skin. Like, there is zero hint of a traditionally powdery or grainy texture that we typically associate with eyeshadow. You can see that it literally looks as if I just airbrushed these colors onto my eyes. Okay, then we're taking Dusk, which is like a medium toned brown, to create the tear bag effect. I love this peachy glitter topper shade, Fairy. I like how this whole palette has just the right mix of peachy and pink tones. Like, it's kind of in between cool and warm toned. You could go either way depending on which colors you decide to mix together. But yeah, this glitter is just right. Not too chunky, not too fine, and not too golden. It's more of like a rose gold. And then this pale pink glitter down here called Rosy Beam. So this one has a slightly creamy formulation compared with this glitter up here. This one is more like, not completely cream, but cream powder hybrid, which makes it perfect to highlight the inner corner and eye bag area, because this way it doesn't make the area look too dry. It's very wet and glistening looking. For eyeliner, they sent me their Mony waterproof tattoo pen eyeliner. This one has a super thin tip of 0.1 millimeter diameter, I guess. The shade is in 01 Deep Black. You know, I love me a precision eyeliner pen. Oh yeah, this is razor thin. Precision products are so important for the Asian girlies in particular, or anyone who has more delicate eye features. They're definitely indispensable to most of the popular Douyin techniques that you see floating around these days. So for eyelashes, I'm actually using one of my OG favorites that I haven't picked up in a while, but I did just for this video because they ran out of my favorite lashes from Daiso. So I picked up the Shiseido eyelashes in the style V3. I love how wispy and natural looking these are, but they're still enough length to where it gives me a little bit of drama. The band is like super thin and flexible as well, which contributes to how natural these look. The only thing is that these are a little bit pricey. It's 1320 yen for 2 pairs, which is why usually if I can, I try to get like a cheaper version that looks similar from Daiso. But Daiso has not restocked my faves for a while now, so I'm actually not mad that I wasn't able to find my cheapy lashes, because this is just reminding me how good these Shiseido lashes look. Look for V3. This is designed to do chuo accento, which means to place an emphasis on the center part of your eyes, which in turn can make them look a little more open, a little more doe-eyed than usual. Alright, so for mascara, they sent me this Dr. Mascara Fixer in black by Etude. Is Etude and Etude House related? I feel like it must be, but I'm just gonna be honest, so probably should have mentioned this at the beginning of the video, but just so you know, I'm not obligated to say anything positive or negative about these products. I'm only obligated to put out a video of me trying them out and giving my honest thoughts. And so I will tell you right now, for me personally, this is not a mascara. This is a fixer, which in other words, it's a mascara base. You put it on before you apply your actual mascara so that it helps it, I don't know, stay in place or last longer. For me personally, this is a completely useless product. I have my favorite mascara that already does an amazing job all on its own. It's the tried and true My Lash mascara by Opera in the red tube. This is already as lengthening, as volumizing, and as waterproof as I need. Just the mascara formula alone. It's a tubing mascara, so you know, once it dries, it's not going to smudge anywhere. Therefore, I just see no need whatsoever for this type of a mascara primer or a mascara fixer product. Maybe someone else out there needs a product like this, but for me personally, it serves zero purpose whatsoever. So that is a no for me. Not because it's bad or good, it's just, it's air. What is it? I don't see the point. Okay, so for my blush, I have heard of this brand before. I've never tried anything from them as of yet. Her. I'm her. Like H-U-R. The Moist Ampoule Blusher Rose Flower. There's 1% rose flower extract in here and 0.01% of panthenol. I don't know what that is, to be honest, but yeah, their tagline is skincare meets makeup, and it looks like this. Very classy packaging, a decent amount of product. So I have a little embarrassing story. I used to not know what the word ampoule meant. I started to see it pop up everywhere around a year ago, like ampoule skincare, ampoule primer. So I just assumed, since it was showing up in a lot of skincare product title names, so I just assumed that the word ampoule meant some sort of rare ingredient or some extract that they put into these products. Come to find out, the word ampoule, what it actually refers to is just this type of a small glass bottle that skincare or makeup or whatever is housed in. So like these as well, these are ampoule bottles, basically referring to the dropper on the small glass vial. Yeah, that's definitely a marketing tactic, because I don't think it's necessary whatsoever, because there's no need for you to put the word ampoule into the title of the product, but since it sounds fancy and bougie, that's what's gonna influence people to buy. So as you can see, it's very, very light once it's spread out on the face. There's not a lot of pigmentation concentrated in this at all. It's quite watery too, which is in line to what the product claims to be in the first place. It's supposed to be skincare meets makeup. So if you just wanted like a super natural looking, barely there tinted blush type of product, I would say go for it. The performance itself is fine, you know, it spreads out easily, it's very smooth, very subtle. For me personally, I do prefer something more pigmented at the end of the day, so I would not purchase this on my own if I came across it in the store. But it's nice to have, no complaints, especially since I was sent for free. Alright, so I have one last item in here from Unleashia. I've only ever tried out eyeshadow from Unleashia. I've never had the chance to try out a lip product from them, but this is the non-sticky Dazzle tint. So it's like a deep rosy color. I'm liking the minimalist aesthetic of the packaging. I like how thin the tube is as well. I mean, I like thick lip gloss tubes as well, but I'm just saying this, I like a variety, so this one, it's nice to have some thin ones, some thick ones. So this is not part of the YesStyle haul, but in my last SheGlam order, I decided to go ahead and pick up this Peel Talk lip tint. I've been seeing this type of a peel off lip product go viral on TikTok lately, and I wanted to try it out for myself. So this is the shade Samesies, which is a really cute name actually. And then the instructions say, apply the lip tint evenly along the lip line and wait 5 to 10 minutes until it's completely dry. Slowly peel off the lip tint, moving from the outer corners towards the middle of your lips. Use a wet cotton pad to clean up residual product. Oh, that smells, oh my god, it smells like a type of candy. The name is evading me right now, but that is so nostalgic. Wow, that is bright. I do not remember picking out this bright of a shade. I'm sure it'll calm down though once I peel off the top layer, maybe, hopefully. I'm attempting to do a slightly like that Joker curled up top lip trend that the Douyin girlies are doing.
5 minutes later.
Okay, it's been about like 7 minutes. I'm definitely feeling a little bit of tightness, especially on the top lip. Wow. Okay, for some reason that didn't stain well at all on my top lip. Probably should have left it on for the full 10 minutes. It does say 5 to 10 minutes on the instructions, so next time I will leave it on for the full 10 minutes, but I think that's not bad. Like, it does what it says it does, and realistically, this type of a product, if I'm 100% honest, I don't know that I would have the patience or time even to do this that often, but I think the concept is actually really solid, because how many of us, when we're wearing a full face of makeup, but we find ourselves in a situation where we have to eat or drink something, this is a handy tool to have if you want to make sure that your lips are truly tinted, but you want to make sure the color stays locked in place and doesn't smudge off if you're eating or drinking. So yeah, I'm definitely intrigued. It's not going to be the last time that you see me using this. But back to the Kbeauty though. So the Unleashia Non-Sticky Dazzle Tint. This is shade number 3, Glow Day. And I'm just gonna put this on top of that tint. I don't know how long this is supposed to last. It doesn't say. Oh my god, this also smells super nostalgic. Do you remember those cheap little bottles that we would blow bubbles out of? This smells exactly like that semi-soapy bubble water. Okay, that's clashing with the red lip tint, so let me just clean off my lips so that we can start off with a clean slate. Okay, here we go. Take 2. The bubble soap water smell I just cannot get over. It's kind of cheap smelling if we're gonna be objective, but because it has that nostalgia factor, I am into it. There's a subtle mixture of glittery particles in this formula, so that just kind of elevated this gloss in my eyes actually. There's all sorts of gold, even blue reflecting glitters. That's actually a really cute touch, I think. Alright, so that is all of the products that I was sent over from yesstyle. I'll give you my quick recap thoughts on each. So the Espoir Real Eye Palette, all new. This is only the second thing that I've ever tried from Espoir. I think I tried one of their palettes like way back. I'm talking 2 or 3 years back. It didn't leave any impression in particular on me, like it was very forgettable. This time around, I will say I did get a better overall impression. The formula is very, very blurry and finely milled. It really does deliver on that like soft filtered look. It's also a good beginner palette, I would say, because the shadows are pretty muted, although the pigmentation is decent and it's very even, but the shadows themselves, you can see they are quite light and quite muted. So I think it's good if you like this style of like really natural looking sweet makeup and you're a beginner. You can play around with this really easily because all of the tones match each other super well. You don't really have to think or finesse the shadows too much to make them work well with each other. Even if your blending or your technique is not that great, it's not going to be obvious because the formula itself is so forgiving. I will say though, when I was in the bathroom removing the first lip tint off, I did notice that the eyeshadow had faded quite a bit in general. I don't know, maybe it looks okay now because I have the ring light in the back, but I just feel like it's faded at least 20 to 30% since I first applied everything, which is not that long ago. Like, I haven't been filming for more than an hour tops. And I feel like that was the case with the first Espoir palette that I ever tried 2 or 3 years ago. I don't like the thought of my makeup not more or less lasting the whole day if I have to be outside and stuff. So yeah, it's not like a negative point per se. I mean, this is the case with a lot of similar types of palettes from Kbeauty and J-Beauty brands, but just something to keep in mind. The 0.1mm eyeliner from Mony was really great, exactly what it promised. Just a super precision inky black liner, hardly any skipping, and it has a really smooth brush tip, which is key. Brush tip is always better than a sponge tip, especially if you have Asian eyes. This is probably the only item out of everything that was gifted to me that I would actually purchase on my own, like spend my own money for. The Dr. Mascara Fixer from Etude, you guys know I don't see the point of this type of product at all. As long as I have my falsies and Opera My Lash mascara, I really don't need extra steps when it comes to my eyelashes. The Moist Ampule Blusher by her, again, it's a good quality product. It delivers perfectly fine on what it promises, which is skincare meets makeup. It will definitely satisfy you if you are one of those no makeup, barely there makeup girlies. Sorry, I just compulsively could not help but to put on a second layer because I really want to see if I can just build this up a tiny bit more. Maybe I would be more enthusiastic about it. The finish is really, really beautiful. Like, it preserves that glass skin looking effect without looking too oily, but it's also not watery enough to the point where it just goes all over the place. It's still controllable. So yeah, I would say, you know what, this is a really good product. Again, I just don't know that I would spend my own money on this if I came across it in the store. And then finally we have the Unleashia Non-Sticky Dazzle Tint Shimmer and Glossy Lip Gloss. I actually quite like this. I'm not the biggest fan of most of the Kbeauty watery type lip tint formulations that are out on the market right now. I'm someone who prefers a little more viscosity to her lip gloss, a little more shape so that I can work with it to enhance my own natural lip shape. I feel like a lot of Korean brands like Romand, their lip glosses are just way too thin for me. If you have perfectly shaped lips already, yes, I think any number of those glosses or watery tints would work on you. But for me, I need my lip glosses to help me out a little bit, you know, whether it's smoothing out the wrinkles or a slight plumping effect. And that's exactly what this product does. It's not as watery as I thought it would be. It actually has some thickness and texture to it. It did kind of fill in and plump out my lip wrinkles, which is exactly what I wanted. I also love the subtle glitters that they put in this formula. I think it makes it stand out amongst the other Kbeauty lip glosses on the market. I would be open to purchasing this in perhaps a different shade with my own money later on down the road. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed my little get ready with me trying out new Kbeauty products. I will link everything that I can find in the description box below. I do have affiliate codes with both yesstyle and Olive Young, so if you use my code you can get 5% off your purchase and I will also get a little kickback. I hope you enjoyed and I'll see you next time. Bye!